Scrappy Peeps, Suzanna here today for the Scraproom to share with you this rainbow layout created with the Reasons to Smile collection from Shimelle. So if you subscribe, you're going to get a selection of embellishments, including one sticker sheet that'll vary in your selection of embellishments, as well as some enamel dots that will also vary. These are the 3 pieces of pattern paper. You will also get 2 sheets of the Cocoa Swirl cardstock, and if you have the add-ons, that's the embellishment add-on, and these are the 2 papers for the pattern paper add-on. So I'm going to be working primarily with the main kit, pattern papers anyway, and then I will add the embellishments from both the main kit as well as the embellishment add-ons. I will use those foam stickers. So my thought was that I want to use some of this rainbow. Initially the plan was I was going to cut all of the strips up and distress the edges and then stitch them down, but I've talked about this somewhere lately, that if I can go the simpler route, I'm going to go the simpler route. So the simple route is leaving it all together, and then just choosing some of the rainbow bits and going from there. So also, as you can see sort of in the background there, I wanted to frame this rainbow. So I was going to, my initial plan had been that I would use that green, but it put too much emphasis on the green and I had cut out the orange and the red. So I really wanted to have something that incorporated some of that red that I had cut out, especially given that Luna is sitting on a reddy pinky pillow. We call this the princess pillow. Don't ask me why. I don't know where that came from. I think part of it is because we have 2 girls and it is a giant pillow. And so when the cats sit on it, especially Luna, because she's so much smaller, they're like princesses. It's like the princess and the pea. The pillow is so big. So those are the photos of her in the sun. I just loved the way that the sun, I don't know, there's something about the light in that photo. So I have gutted the floral paper because there are only 3 pieces plus my 2 add-ons, and so I want to get more bang for my buck, and I know I will be able to fussy cut some of those flowers or do something more with that. So that is gutted. I am using my X-Acto blade there to create a slit to put the photos into. You do not need to do that. I just like the look that it gives it because the bottom of the pictures are really irrelevant to the storytelling process there. And so it's just a nice way to do something different with this. So I am going to adhere this down to my 12 by 12 piece of white cardstock, or the Cocoa Swirl that came with the kit. And then I'm going to trim it just based on what I see in my trimmer there. So I know I'm going to do, I believe I end up doing a 1/2 inch, I'm fairly certain, on each of the sides, so that way you still see the arc at the bottom. And then instead of doing a 1/2 inch off of the top and the bottom, I just do 1 inch off the top so that I have that really nice arc at the bottom, which gives you that nice white space. You still have white at the top because I did fussy cut that out, right? But then you have that bigger space at the bottom there. And I just like the way that that pulled it all together, especially with a white border around the photos there. So normally I talk about design process and design ingredients when I do my process videos, but they're really, other than the visual triangle, which you will see come together as I'm designing this, there really isn't a whole lot in the way of design process. That's a lot of what it is. And that's the beauty of when you have so much color and busy in this layout here. So my original thought had been that I would take some of the embellishments and I would do sort of yellow on yellow, green on green, blue on blue, and sort of sprinkle them throughout the layout. So there was not going to be a visual triangle in this. They were going to be more trickling down in that cascade effect. But there isn't enough that worked with the layout, with the cats. Sunny days, I mean, yes, it's a shadow, so that would have worked. Believe would not have worked. The balloon, I always think of birthdays with balloons or celebrations, and yeah, so that didn't work for me. And then these florals were pretty busy. So what I do is I create a visual triangle with the florals, and you'll see that come together. So I toyed with beautiful sunny day, but that was mixing colors, and that was just too much given that there's already a lot of words throughout the layout. So I just went with beautiful. Not really on topic, but it works, right? So I'm popping up some of the items on double-sided foam just for that dimension. That floral, that big floral on the bottom right-hand side, that is vellum. The heart at the top right is also vellum. So you will see through it to the layers behind, and I really preferred it on the white because it's just easier to see. So this is a really, really old Prima planner pen. I wish I had more of them. I use it sparingly because it's the only one that I have left, and that's what I find works best with vellum goodies, but they no longer make them. So yes, I am very, very... It has to be pen worthy. So this is one of the stickers from the sticker sheet. So the sticker sheets from the books of sticker books that come with the collections. And so it just so happened that I had these florals, which is also really cool because I tend to use a fair amount of florals. So I'm not sure what's in the rest of the book, but yeah, I was pretty pleased that that was my selection there. So want to pop that up to just give it a little bit of dimension. I like the dimension because it creates some shadow. So I will tell you off camera that that top selection there, I'm going to fussy cut a pink camera and put that there. And then at the bottom, I'm going to fussy cut a white, basically white gray polka dot camera, and I will put that at the bottom too. So you could see me draw out that visual triangle between the florals. And in many ways, the visual triangle is that top right over to that center cluster with the florals and the cameras, right? And you'll see how the cameras kind of tie it together. And then the bottom right floral cluster that will also have a camera is the bottom of that triangle. So you go from sort of that white space up the top to the photo title journaling cluster to that bottom piece at the bottom down there. I will also use the lavender lilac heart next to that blue camera, and that, my friends, is going to wrap it up. So this is for the Scraproom, which is a kit club, but you can get one-offs if they're available. So be sure and check out the website. Thanks for stopping in today. I hope you're doing well. Come back again soon. Take care.